inside later.
Come on out here. Come get some.
Ready?
On 2nd and 9. Lock. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing now is Locke. He hits White, complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Got it. Ready. 10 over.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Out.
Topper.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch the run.
To throw on 3rd down, Gordon. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On 1st down, Connor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Ready?
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke gets this one to use check. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. He'll try and run forward with Connor. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Get it.
Right back to Connor here on first. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Stephon Tuitt came out at Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wondered, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Here we go again.
Throwing on second and 14. Lock. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. We're scoreless after 1.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Lock now on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. On second down, Connor looking for space. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw it is Lock. That's complete to his running back, Connor. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Come on. Hey, check.
Christian, travel.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey.
Hey, exit. Shoot.
Off the play fake. Gordon. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
Let's go. We got this. We got this. Check. 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 He's crashing. He's checking crash. Pick the edge. Pick the edge.
6-6. Bullet high.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up. Check.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts, to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. On second down now, it's Connor, and finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Locke will try to sneak. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stuff. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Drew Locke with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? 1st and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a 1st down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Check 99, check 99. Slam.
Tight dog. Gone.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Sam off.
Check 24, check 24.
From the gun on 3rd down, Gordon. And he will find his man on the outside. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
On 1st and 10, Gordon going deep this time for Miller. And this is caught at the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Scott Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go. 60 or.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Locke. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is taken at the 3. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go!
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
15 line.
Check safety, check safety.
5.
Check Mike 27, check Mike 27. Crunch time, defense.
Hit it.
On 3rd down, Gordon. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Here's Locke. He'll get that one complete to Connor.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On 2nd down. It's Connor. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
In your face.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
60 Pittsburgh.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Get it.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
On 1st down, Gordon drops it off for Coleman. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
61, matchbox light to go.
2nd and 6. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one's going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Hey, let go.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Push him back. Push him back.
Now.
From the gun, Gordon. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
A gain of 2 makes it third down and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
You draw Corker.
Check the hot read. Deuce, 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 deuce.
And the blitz does come. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Block. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Hayward has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here. 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Get it.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Switch.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 20! A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
Look at me. Go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. On first and 10, here's Lock. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line. Hey, watch it. Shoot.
Fair.
On first down, Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
Into the red zone, it's Lock. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Connor going to try and run it. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, let's get that home.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line.
Switch. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Kill. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
80 weapon.
Under 10.
Hey, seam 6. Go. What? Squeeze. Hit it.
Looking to throw. Gordon. He's going to float this one. Deep rights. And this is caught inside the 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Scott Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. The Chiefs have opened up a 2-touchdown advantage. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do? And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Lane. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Here's Coleman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the 4th quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the 4th quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right, that reserve tank. They